Hey the realest gang, I'm back with another video. In today's video I have another word for y'all, and today's word is it is time to move forward, child of God. Yes, God is giving you your heart's desires in this season, but there is one requirement, and that requirement is to not forget about God. As God is preparing to bless you, things will obviously start changing for the better. With that being said, as God starts to change your life, do not change or switch up on God. See, you have been in an isolation season for an extended period of time. Therefore, it was just you and God. But that season is coming to an end. God is adding more things to your plate, such as connections, opportunities, riches, platforms, so on and so forth, that you've never had or have been able to maintain before. But listen, child of God, He does not want you to replace Him with these things that He has given you, all because now you have other options to lean back on since leaving your isolation. Meaning, will you use these blessings first instead of going to God and seeking His guidance, His peace, or His love? I hope this is making sense, y'all. My point is, it's easy to say we won't forget about God when we are going through hard times. But what happens when everything is good and there's no problems? We should still be keeping God as our number one above everything else. I was just reading the book of Isaiah and Jeremiah over the span of 2 months, and there was something that I realized. What I realized was that these two books had something in common, which was God's disappointment, sadness, anger, wrath, and frustration, because the people had turned away from Him. The people had turned away from Him, forgot Him, and replaced Him with other gods, their riches, and their idols. This was always the downfall of literally anyone in the Bible, which was that they ultimately forgot about God, whether that be through pride or whatever the case may be. It just made me sad because reading those books, I realized how much sorrow and sadness God feels. I swear it made me cry, because in my walk I have always wanted to please Him, but I didn't understand He felt just as much as us humans do. God has feelings too. Through reading these books, He was mentioning to me famous teachers, preachers, and even famous secular people, and how they once loved Him and had a relationship with Him before the fame. As soon as He blessed them, they got too big-headed. They switched up on God and played along to the enemy's games. So once they forgot about God and replaced Him, the enemy had an open door to ruin them. And we actually can witness this going on in the celebrity world. A lot of celebrities, secular or non-secular, are depressed, anxious, sad, angry, confused, emotionally, mentally, spiritually drained because they forgot about God. They let the blessings get the best of them. And see, the thing is, we cannot do life without God anyways. It goes deeper than just forgetting Him. It's the consequences of what happens when you forget Him as well. This is one of the main reasons as to why God is telling you not to forget about Him, because when the good things start to come in, it is tempting to just see that and go on about life as if God is not there, because He's not physical, and these things are. See, we could fool the outside world, but you and God both know what's up, because God knows a man's heart and his deepest thoughts. You cannot hide nothing from Him. This is why your heart posture must remain on Him first. Now, I'm not saying these things are bad, because if God is blessing you with it, He knows you need it, earned it, or deserve it. One thing about God is that He loves to bless His children, but He is the one who deserves all the praise and worship at the end of the day, because He's the one who did it all for you. Put it like this. Just imagine someone comes to you in a hard time. They are struggling and you start to help them get in a better position, and all of a sudden they block you, unfriend you, and disappear after everything you have done for them. You took your own money, your own time, and your own resources out just for them to switch up on you. You would feel hurt, betrayed, and used. Come on now, y'all. I'm speaking. We've all been there. And we know that feeling all too very well, that it is one of the worst feelings to feel, It will mentally and emotionally break you down. It's literally a heartbreak. That's exactly how God feels when you forget about him, heartbroken. In Jeremiah 2:5-13, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain? Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, and where no man dwelt. And I brought you into a plentiful country, to eat the fruit thereof, and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land, and made mine heritage an abomination. The priest said not, where is the Lord? They that handled the law knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit. Therefore I will yet plead with you, saith the Lord, and with your children's children will I plead. For pass over isles of and send unto Kedar, and consider diligently, and see if there be such a thing. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet not gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. I literally wrote after that, next to it, do not forget about God, with an exclamation mark. As God is getting ready to do whatever he has spoken into your life, you need to keep him at the forefront and center of your heart. Listen, child of God, as crucial as this may sound, I will be the one to let you know this in love. It will be your downfall forgetting about God. He is the key to maintaining whatever it is that he will bless you with. And if you lose that key, you cannot just open that door easily, because it is a very specific key, not just any old key, okay? Now, will some days be harder than others because you got things going on? Yes. Will it be easy? No, this walk is not easy at all, but you must carry your cross every day. And if God will never leave nor forsake you, why forsake him? And let me just say this, forgetting God is not just forgetting him literally. It's disobeying him, not taking heed to his word and ignoring it. Going by your own understanding, seeking your own fleshly desires and pleasures. And we see this happening way too often in the Bible. For example, King Saul, he forgot about God by disobeying God's instructions because of his pride and wanted the approval of man and not of God. So God rejected him as a king and chose someone else, which was King David, and lost it all as a high-positioned king. Mind you, this man was a man who was in God's will at first, but as I mentioned, he disobeyed God and followed his own will. This is a prime example of forgetting God and what the consequences are when you do so. See, when you forget about God, he will also forget about you and will give your mantle to someone else who is sure and prepared for that very exact position. Now, will God have mercy and grace on you? Yes, but the truth is he is not playing about his kingdom, especially within these upcoming years ahead of us. We have a lot of work to do. Understand this, child of God. You need to be set on God and put him first, or else he will not be pleased with you. With God, it is all or nothing. But yeah, y'all, that's really all I have for today. Like I always say, read your word, study your Bible, because us prophets, we're just here with another word, and whatever the case may be. And like I always say, stay real, be real, because once you are the realest, you cannot go back to the lie. So I'm gonna catch y'all until next time. Bye.